All right, I am live. Adam is struggling, but he will be joining us shortly. To Firelight, who may be on, how's my audio? Can you hear me? How bad is my lag? Hello? Can you hear me? I keep forgetting to look at my. No, I don't want to end the stream. I'm hoping it's picking up my voice okay. Okay, good. Firelight can hear me. Firelight, come on, I'm relying on you. How dare you not be paying full attention to my stream? Jeez, what kind of friend are you? Tell ya. This is what happens when I don't have Cassidy around. Now, this time Cassidy is gone. This time Cassidy's out of town, and Adam is back. I just keep swapping back and forth.
All right. I have successfully joined.
Adam is here at last.
And I will now pour myself my beverage for tonight, which is a nice 10-year port, aged port.
Called Aged Tawny something or other.
Indeed, it is, and it's only like a couple bucks more expensive than my normal cheap wine.
Nice.
And it's a fancy port.
Show it off. I don't know. Am I gonna get in trouble for showing off alcohol on YouTube, or am I gonna get arrested? Kind of.
Also, are you trying to up your fidelity?
No.
Because we can. We've got better internet now. We could have higher quality.
I don't even know how I do that, honestly. I just no idea.
As if Julian has not announced it, this is our celebratory, we finally upgraded to the modern age with gigabyte Ethernet internet instead of our old ancient DSL and or other stuff that we had.
Yes, but I don't think that saves my my webcam, just my built-in webcam, from being shitty. So
that is true.
I think we still have that to deal with. But yes, we finally have internet, and it only took them promising it to us for like a year, and then them breaking our shit. Anybody who's watching this who is not a channel member or a patron, you can become one and find out what the hell happened with that. But that was stupid and bonkers. Anyway, our mild theme for tonight is just broadly is coziness, because I don't know if you know this, but here in Wisconsin it has been very cold and I need to feel cozy, and I'm wearing 3 shirts and my insulated jeans right now. So but if you have thoughts outside of the theme of coziness, that's okay too. That's allowed. I am drawing our first cozy offering while y'all think of suggestions. Adam will be, as usual, writing down your suggestions.
Let me suggest Harvest Moon or Stardew Valley. Like, you should make a Harvest Moon cow.
Oh, Harvest Moon cows are so cute because they're just circles. Circles with feet.
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking of putting a Harvest Moon cow on something, and now I can't remember what it was. I was like, I should paint a Harvest Moon cow on this. Cannot remember. Also, yes, Violet, I did see some of your suggestions. I may be drawing something kind of bouncing off of one of your suggestions, but not quite your suggestion. This is just to kind of get me started. So I might still do.
Suggestion, sparkling water?
No, Firelight suggested commented on something else with a suggestion of, but they suggested animal shaming, so like different, like, or you could do like a griffin being like, I dumped my mom while we were flying to the store or something like that.
I saw one before coming down here for a doggo that ate a very fancy couple of pies.
Mm. Hopefully not chocolate pies.
A pumpkin pie and a gluten-free vegetarian pie.
Mm. Well, the dog's going to be very regular then because of the pumpkin.
Indeed. Not fair. Firelight.
You were napping and Firelight beat you.
Yeah, well, it was a long day.
It was a very long day.
Cold day. And Giorgio was on the counter.
Jojo! Don't break anything in my office, please. I was waiting for you to trip over all the cords I have in my office and just face plant because they are
a very dangerous trap you left.
I did not expect you to go back to by way of my office.
I mean, Giorgio's the one that kept running.
Well, yeah, because you ran after her like a crazy man. Was she trying to get anything on the counter, or was she just on the counter?
She's probably looking up cheese crumbs from my charcuterie board I made for myself.
She doesn't even like cheese. I suppose except for when it's like on the counter.
Firelight suggests Tobias the Retriever, who didn't know Layla was the savior.
That would be a good one. Poor Toby. The only person we discover, the only person who did not know. Somehow. He's just, bless his heart, he's just not very intelligent.
Firelight does sympathize with me, as they also had a long day. And they're entertained by how I flew across the screen after Giorgio.
Yeah, we rolled the horses out a new round bale today, which we do by hand because we don't have machines to do it. So we just have to physically just roll a giant hay bale like we're video game characters. It's definitely very Legend of Zelda. Whenever I do it, I definitely get like the Legend of Zelda vibes.
I don't think this is a suggestion, but Firelight goes on about Aurora from Cyborg Tinkerer, who became a cyborg to impress the Emperor, who outlawed cyborgs.
No, I think that was also a suggestion for like shaming a character.
Ah.
Sort of general character shaming with all of these characters in these terrible books that we read.
So you can do like a cyborg doggo with a little sign.
Yeah. Or I'm trying to think of what are some other characters. What would be for like Violet in Fourth Wing? What would hers be?
Rose dragon back, or bareback without a saddle because I'm smart.
I rode a dragon without a saddle because I'm dumb. Like, her boyfriend had to invent saddles for her. All right, here's my first one. It is a griffin stealing the idea, but he's cozy. He's just reading a book. He's hanging out. All right. Shall I draw Tobias next while we come up with more ideas?
The cow.
Oh yeah, you wanted the cow. You wanted the little harvest, just a Harvest Moon cow, just by itself.
I mean, you could have a series of desperate Harvest Moon animals running frantically across the card, trying to get back to the farm from the mine before it turns midnight and they all pass out and the doctor has to haul them away. Alternatively, you could do the doctor hauling all of them away.
I need to look up what Harvest Moon cow's eyeballs look like. The cows themselves are like all circles.
ha ha ha. You might have beat me to the chat, Firelight, but I stole her attention and she's not drawing your idea now.
Okay, they got little, just got little eyeballs. Oh.
I am dutifully writing down your suggestions, though, so I can refer to them later. Amy joins. Hello from Sweden, new watcher here. I hope you're doing well. I've been enjoying your writing tips and read-alongs for a while, but this is my first time joining a live stream.
Ooh, this will be fun for you. These can get a little bit unhinged, and that's fine. But what I do is I draw postcards for my patrons, and y'all suggest what I should draw. The theme is loosely cozy, but it does not have, like, your suggestions don't have to fall into the category of cozy. That just kind of gives us a jumping off point. And I draw whatever I feel. So, like, I don't draw every suggestion. I wait for one to hit me.
For some reason, Yetis never hit her, but we will keep suggesting
Bigfoot's never hit me.
Bias recommendation, and that was the other one.
And also Adam MCs, you can hear his voice, I'm certain.
Laura from Cyborg Tinker. We're already getting the cow, so I don't need to write cow down. Firelight also mentions a griffin.
It's been a long time since I've drawn a Harvest Moon cow. I used to draw them occasionally.
Let me see. Amy is from Sweden. 11, 12. Is it like 1 a.m. your time, Amy? Two a.m. Are you an early bird or a night owl? Have you just woken up or are you still up? Night owl for sure. So Amy is still up. Firelight does have an additional suggestion of Bigfoot with a sign that says, "I never let anyone get a good picture of me." And in fact, you could like
obscure all of Bigfoot with the sign.
Except for like his feet. Like his hands, fingertips around the sign and his feet at the bottom.
Okay, now if I do that one, I need to save it for a time when Firelight's going to be getting a postcard, because like I feel like Firelight would have to get that postcard. So like, sit on that one, everybody.
All right, Firelight, you might have a chance. So, Amy, many of the people that join us here are writing their own works, and some have shared their own works with us. Are you working on anything at the moment? Skilled author that I am, I'm working on a bottle of port.
Don't go through the whole bottle, Adam. I need you sober-ish. Sober-ish.
Do you though?
I think you're just the right level of MC if you're just like a little bit buzzed.
Huzzah for pizza. Firelight has ordered her pizza.
Good. Very good.
So Julian's family is doing a whatever your favorite food is. Bring your own potluck for the holiday season. So I get to bring pizza, as that is my favoriteest food.
And cookies.
And cookies. But you're making the cookies.
Indeed. Because my cookies are the best cookies. / the only thing I can cook.
You can also cook deviled eggs.
That's not cooking.
It is so. You cooked the eggs.
I mean, I guess. I can assemble deviled eggs.
Amy is also writing a book. They're drafting their first now. It's high fantasy.
Ah, good old high fantasy.
So is it traditional high fantasy? Like, are you following the traditional hero's journey arc? Are you doing something controversial? Are you subverting it somehow?
Controversial. All right, Adam, here's your cow, and I threw in some little baby chickies as well.
And a not so baby chickie.
And an adult chickie. All right, now Tobias. Keep making those suggestions, guys. Keep making those suggestions.
All right.
Ooh, 8 people, dang. We're cooking tonight. Most of them are being quiet, though.
Indeed, Firelight and I are the only ones who've thrown out any suggestions for this month.
All you lurkers out there, now could be your time.
Well, Firelight, right now, all we have left is your Tobias and your Aurora suggestions. We have no others. Unless you count my, Doctor from Harvest Moon suggestion, but... By the way, how many cards do you need to draw tonight?
8.
8. And you've got 2, so 6 more cards. Ooh, now I want to know about your RP campaign. AME, their book is a bit of a hero's journey, but it's mostly based on a role-playing campaign they had with friends years ago.
Surprising number of people at least start out. I know multiple people who are writing the story of the campaign.
Well, the Dragonlance novels, the original 4 or 5, were based on shoot, I forgot the author. I think it's Ursula.
No, is it Mercedes Lackey?
Mercedes Lackey. Were based on her and her husband's D&D campaign. And the Dragons of Autumn Twilight and Dragons of Summer Flame, and I forget the other 2 dragons of different seasons.
Dragons of something and something. Before there were a court of something and something, we had dragons of something and something.
Mm-hmm. Amy appreciates your cow, feels it's super cute.
That is. I love Harvest Moon cows. They're just so round and chubby.
All right. Draglets and Draglets of Makara suggests a cat reading a bedtime story to kittens.
Aw, that's really adorable.
That is cozy.
That is super adorable.
I'm writing that down. Draglets, do you have a particular cat of your own who you're imagining reading the story? Farlight mentions you could bring back Golem as a hairless cat, a bald eagle, or Bigfoot.
Oh, by the way, everyone, speaking of cats, Jojo is here. Hello, Jojo.
Yes, the mischief maker who was
She's-
on the counter
her
and I had to
expression
chase
is-
around the house.
Her expression is so disgruntled right now. She's very pointedly faced away from you, Adam. Nigel is also here, but he is unconscious next to me, just out.
I'm kind of confused, right? Are you suggesting Golem as Bigfoot?
We're crossing the streams.
Firelight mentions they brought the theme this time instead of the 5 progressively unhinged ideas. Cozy Golem Kitty, Bald Kitty. Draglets has an orange cat.
Ooh, an orange.
An orange cat reading a book to their kitten.
It's been a long time since I've had an orange, and I miss it. I want to have an orange cat again someday. I like having a void kitty, but I miss having an orange.
Firelight mentions that Giorgio is actually in the exact same spot as the last stream.
Is it just your spot, Giorgio? It's just my spot.
And Firelight says, yes, Golem would be a wonderful Bigfoot. So more Bigfoot suggestions for you, Julian.
More Bigfoots.
Mm-hmm. And Amy actually has 2 cats. They're both orange.
Oh, no.
They're twin brothers.
Oh, no. The chaos that must be of your house with 2 oranges who are both boys who are twin brothers. Such chaos.
Alright. I will behave myself. I'm done with my first glass. I will pour one more, and now I'm putting the bottle away. But I will include a spicy addition to my charcuterie board with some wasabi seaweed.
Where did you get that seaweed?
The same place I got my other seaweed, I'm pretty sure. I went to the J-Mart store when I was driving to Caroline's place.
Oh, I see.
It was a bad decision because it was out of the way and the charging station there wasn't accessible, but you know.
At least you got some seaweed.
Mm-hmm. Amy does concur. Their cats are quite chaotic.
So much chaos. If I had an orange and it was a boy, I would be very tempted to name it Ollie after my grandmother's cat, with whom I was very close when I was a child.
Ooh, Golem cat with pizza. We got an upgrade.
He's got a pizza now. He's just getting more and more things. Also, I maintain that Ollie is a cat name, and people are like, well, but humans can be named Ollie, and I'm like, yes, those are humans with a cat name. You know, like sometimes you'll have animals with a person name. That's a human with a cat name. I'm sorry, that's just the way it is.
So Firelight is struggling. They have an idea for Aurora from Cyborg Tinkerer, but they don't have a specific idea for what animal she'd be. So she needs a cyborg paw or fin or whatever.
Indeed.
Is it a salamander that can lose their tail and regrow it?
I think so.
So maybe she could be a salamander with like a cyborg tail.
Her tail's just fine. She lost it was her arm, I think, in the story, or her hand that she chopped off for stupid reasons or something. I can't really even remember. I've blanked on most of that book. It was so bonkers.
Firelight shares that she had a friend who named their cats Oliver because we were watching Arrow at the time.
I thought you were going to say Oliver and Company, which also makes sense.
Firelight also mentions it was Aurora's hand.
Okay, yeah, I thought I remembered it was the hand.
All right. Well, so they're working on Tobias right now, which will be 3 of 8. We've mentioned the Griffin. We've mentioned Aurora as a cyborg. Cat reading a bedtime story. Golem and their many incarnations.
Oh, Firelight, what kind of pizza did you get? I forgot to ask.
Oh yeah,
I need to know.
it's important to draw correctly.
I know what Adam's going to say is the correct pizza, but I'm curious if you will come to Adam's favorite pizza all on your own.
Nope, not tonight. They did a meat supreme, which is most assuredly not my favorite pizza.
Adam is a vegetarian, so it is not his favorite. By the way, Adam, I don't know if you've noticed yet, this is a complete segue, but Adam and I are both playing through the Dragon Age game, and Adam is playing with the Mornwatch backstory. I think your character would be as well, but Emmerich is a vegetarian.
Oh.
And I think like all of the like Morn Watchers are vegetarian, which kind of makes sense.
Interesting. I did not know that.
I'm curious if there's a couple of scenes that involve like cooking food, and I'm curious if your character will be like, no meat though, guys.
Yes, I had a scene where Tosh and I went to have dinner at their mom's place.
Oh yeah.
And their mom was supposed to cook, but they didn't. And then they made Tosh cook. And then Tosh was like, fuck this shit. I don't want to be in the kitchen cooking while you're hanging out with my significant other. So she got like the crappiest, easiest thing together and was like, and her mom's like, that's not what we were planning. Like, I know, but I didn't want to cook, so fuck it.
All right, here we have our beloved Toby as a golden retriever with his sign, his vacant 1,000-yard stare because he's just not very bright, the dear boy. All right, I liked the cat reading to the kittens, so I'm going to draw that next. But keep making those suggestions, everybody.
So I will catch up with chat, but feel free to make more suggestions to be number 5 in the card queue. Firelights, I know my meat supreme is unhealthy, but I had veggies earlier. Draglets, you are close to my favorite pizza. Draglets likes pineapples and mushroom pizza. It's close.
Interesting combo.
Indeed. Cool Limp has joined us. I can't believe they missed the start. Welcome, Coolip. The theme is cozy. Firelight mentions, is Adam's favorite pizza a veggie pizza then? Well, it is vegetarian, but it's not a generic veggie pizza. There are specific toppings, specific vegetables, and fruits. All right, AME has a cozy suggestion, if they may. A fairy or fire sprite lighting a candle or lantern.
Ooh. Very ethereal and cozy.
Get that one. Cross that off the list. Firelight wants you to do a stream of Toby retrievers as they love your current Toby.
It's just all Toby all the way down, baby. Really work on my golden retriever drawing skills.
Alright, so no one else is guessing as to what my favorite pizza is, so I will cue you all in before continuing with the chat. My favorite pizza is also Deadpool's favorite pizza. It is a pineapple and green olive pizza. The sweet and tangy of the pineapple, the savory umami of the sauce, and then you have the salty, tangy of the green olive. Mr. Young joins us and wishes us a Merry Christmas. Cool Limp mentions, I can speak, mentions a cool imp instead of a fairy or sprite. Mr. Young asks if you happen to have any New Year's resolutions for 2025.
I do not make New Year's resolutions. I think they are silly. If you want to do something, you should just do it, and not just decide that you have to do it in the new year.
Do or do not. There is no New Year's resolution.
Exactly.
Ooh. Some of Firelight's friends made homemade pizza with apple slices on it.
Interesting.
I thought it was interesting, but never tried it. You didn't try it? Ah.
I think texturally that would be my nightmare. Like, I don't like cooked apples. The texture, they are bad texture, TM. And like, if you put them on pizza, I think it would literally make me gag. Like, just thinking about that. Nope, bad texture. Do not want. Also, I do not like, Adam's favorite pizza is not my favorite pizza. I do not like pineapple on pizza, period. And I don't like green olives. So you put those two things together, and that's a nope from me. Just a big old pile of nope.
All right, I've got a couple more suggestions rolling in. Mr. Young mentions, how about a snowman playing an electric guitar?
Not as cozy.
Could be a different instrument. And he does have a scarf.
What's a cozy instrument? What would you say would be a cozy instrument?
Bagpipes. Cello. Small pipes. Pan pipes. Drums.
Drums? Those don't feel very cozy either.
Well, drums around a fire drum circle.
I suppose maybe like traditional, like Irish drums or something. I'm gonna have too much fun drawing these kittens.
Coolant has another suggestion for Toby's all the way down, with a Toby curled around a cat as a suggestion.
Would the cat be Layla?
Probably. Oh, okay. Oh.
Wow, that's a lot of O over there, Adam.
Well, Coolin, which I've been mispronouncing, has been trying to progressively correct me on how to pronounce their name, which is Cool Imp.
By the way, apologies to anyone who has a username, because Adam will pronounce it wrong. We are both dyslexic, but like his especially presents itself trying to pronounce other people's names, especially like usernames and stuff.
Or spell.
Don't ask him to spell. Don't ask either of us to spell.
I was watching Speck's stream earlier, and Lance was playing with him, and I misspelled his name again. And they're like, "Why, after 20 years, do you still misspell my name?" Like, because I never knew how to spell it in the first place.
How do you misspell Lance?
Well, his mundane name.
Oh, okay. Still not like
maybe there's an H in it. I don't know.
Oh my God.
All right, catching up on chat. Ooh, Firelight suggests a chimichanga pizza when you mentioned Deadpool, which, no, this isn't quite right. I thought a friend of ours had a chimichanga shake, but that's not.
No, he did.
It was?
He wanted, yes. His goal was to make a chimmy shake. You know, for the pun, it's a shimmy shake. It's a chimmy shake. So he brought a blender to the restaurant and convinced them to give him a chimichanga. And he put it in his blender in the restaurant. We're millennials, so this was back when like you couldn't DoorDash everything and like not every place delivered. So we went to the restaurant, and he made at the table a chimmy shake. I don't know whether the waitstaff hated us or were laughing. I don't have memory of that. I just remember him doing this. Boy, we used to be such obnoxious humans.
Yes, used to be.
Listen, we've mellowed slightly. The chaos that we used to cause.
Mr. Young asks why most people like pineapple in their pizza, and Firelight responds, because it's good. And Firelight is correct. As often as I must disagree with you, Firelight, you are today correct.
It's disgusting.
It's the sweet and savory.
I don't like the sweet and...
You don't like sweet.
I don't, no, well, not on my pizza, I don't. Pizza should only be savory. Do not come at me with any other kind of flavors on my pizza. Only savory.
Cool. Ukulele has been suggested as a cozy instrument.
Ukulele's pretty cozy. It definitely makes me think of that version of Over the Rainbow. That
with Kermit, yes.
No, with that Hawaiian dude who just went in and went into a recording studio, was like, I need to record this, recorded only that, and it is really popular.
Violet mentions Cat Layla should be an orange.
Is she worthy of being an orange? She thinks she's okay. Layla thinks that she's a black cat, but she is not. She's always like, I'm so dark and brooding, but in reality, she's just kind of a psychopath.
So I didn't notice this, despite being alive at the time, but Coolin says that admittedly they created their name in 94, 95, and intentionally misspelling words was apparently a thing back in 94, 95.
Was it?
I never noticed.
Because we were, Adam and I never noticed because we were too busy unintentionally misspelling everything.
No, a commercial.
Once the commercial is over, I'll probably be done with this.
All right. Fortunately, our internet is good, and so I can skip the commercial and come right back to the stream, and everything is actually clear instead of late.
Woo! All right. I'm going to stop drawing kittens because I could be here drawing kittens forever. But here is Mama Cat reading to her kittens. I decided to go with round cats. All right. I got 3 left? 3 left.
I thought we had 4 left. Was that our 5th one?
I think so, yeah. Unless I don't have enough. Oh, no. You're right. I had 2 of the cards stuck together. Never mind. I have 4 left.
4 left. 4 left for suggestions, people. What we have suggested so far is Rora from Cyborg Tinker as a potential character shaming. A griffin, just in general. Golem in many iterations, a hairless cat, a Bigfoot, a bald eagle. In general, a cat with a pizza. It could be a golden cat with a pizza. It could just be a cat with a pizza.
Pizzas are pretty cozy. A
fairy or a sprite lighting a candle or a lantern. A snowman playing what is now updated to a ukulele. Toby's all the way down. Toby curled around a orange cat, Layla.
I think I have to save the Toby's all the way down for like a stream that's just concentrated. It's just Toby. For anyone who's confused, that would be Tobias from the Saviors series. I keep hearing that she's like done. Jen is done with it, and it's been betaed, and like I think she's done with going through the beta changes, such as they are. I don't know how many beta changes she actually makes. So I think it just gets to go to her professional editors now, and then we could have the published book. Maybe. I'm waiting. I keep stalking her website, but not enough probably for like a sample chapter or something. All right, I was liking.
We had Bigfoot suggestions too. Bigfoot with a sign and 4 Bigfoots.
We'll save the Bigfoot with a sign for some time when Firelight's gonna get a postcard. But I'm feeling cats, so I'm gonna do a pizza cat. Feel free to keep making suggestions, guys, because I
Peach
just go with whatever like speaks to me. Your next suggestion might be the brain blast that gets me excited to draw it. You never know.
We do have 3 more chances after this, so continue your suggestions. All right. I will catch up with the chat. KJ, it gives me Alcalades because I generally get their name right. And they say it's not common, so there's a win. I think they're referring to the Amadon part, not the KJ part.
I should look like.
Amy shares my pain. They can't pronounce or spell many usernames. Dyslexia is a terrible curse. Hilarious at times, but mostly terrible.
I'm very obviously as an adult now. I'm very used to it and dealing with it and like all of that. And every now and then it'll just hit me, and I'll be like, I can't read. You know, like your ability to read just leaves you for a minute, and you're like, I'm pretty sure those are letters. And math too. Like numbers are even worse for me. I'm both dyslexic and calculaic or whatever the fuck it is. I always forget.
So, going back to our, it was cool to misspell things. Cool Imp says they were on bulletin board systems and AOL back in the 90s. And to sound unique, you had to have something different about your name. So you had to be misspelled.
We did not have. We were always behind because, you know, haha, poor. We did not have internet for a long time, so like I missed out on a lot of like those chat rooms and stuff that were very formative for most people my age. I just never got. We didn't have internet at the time when those were like super big, you know?
I did have internet at the time, and it was a very formative time for myself. And I remember many of the my friends from back then, like Red J and X-Lector X and Lady in Red 666 and Violet King and Beatnik 511 and can I remember anyone else? I said no, if I said Violet King.
Where are they now? I want to write a play about that. I want to write a play about a chat room, like an old like 90s chat room.
Lady in Red and I emailed each other somewhat not too many years back, and they stopped being poly and are now in a monogamous relationship out east. Violet King is Melinda.
Sorry, my theory about everybody that Adam knows either goes super conservative or super gay. So the poly one, I feel like probably went in the gay direction. Everyone that Adam knows from his youth, one of two ways and nothing in between: super conservative or super gay. That's it.
All right, let me catch up on the chat. Firelight is excited for your future Toby stream. Firelight says they don't like chicken on pizza. To me, it doesn't belong.
I do like chicken on pizza, but only specific pizzas.
Well, because your favorite sauce is a creamy white sauce, and a lot of people pair chicken as the meat topping with that white sauce topping.
Yeah.
Cool Imp has a new suggestion for Cozy: a dragon smoking a pipe.
Ooh, very Sherlock Holmesy.
Doesn't need to be Sherlock Holmes. Could be. Excuse me, Daniel Boone. Could be very hobbity, very Gandalf-y.
Could be very, very hobbity.
Okay. So Cool Imp has another suggestion, but it has a quick story. Their wife has been baking gingerbread all week long for an event she holds every year called Gingerfest. It is the big event for the family every year.
Gingerfest.
So
That
they
sounds
are
fun.
suggesting a gingerbread house.
Just a gingerbread house?
Apparently,
Huh.
I was thinking that story would lead up to a cooler suggestion, like a house made out of a ginger house, not a gingerbread house, but a house of what is this ginger root.
I do love me some gingerbread, though. We should have Gingerfest.
I'd have to learn how to make gingerbread. I've never actually made that. Firelight is also a little dyslexic. They say numbers backwards even if they read them right.
I'd be really careful with numbers.
Firelight has been reminded of their, let me read this right, gingerbread Bigfoot idea.
All right, I had to go fun with the cat and the pizza. I couldn't just do cat and pizza. He's getting up to shenanigans.
That reminds me of Pizza Squirrel.
Yeah, a little bit. Oh, Pizza Squirrel. Those were good days, man. Remember the days of Pizza Squirrel?
I do. And then
things were so much simpler back then.
Friendly a little bit after. And then
Oh, you remember
Cake Squirrel?
Remember Cake Squirrel? Okay. So our neighbors, for some reason, when we lived in town, our neighbors, for some reason, threw out in their backyard a pumpkin cake. Maybe it was for squirrels and birds, and that's why they put it out there. But it was just a cake. Like,
that was orange and pumpkin shade.
Yeah, orange and pumpkin shade. It wasn't a real pumpkin, though. It was definitely a cake in their backyard. And I look out the window, and the world's, like, chunkiest squirrel is munching on this cake. Like, I have not, before or since, seen a squirrel that was so thick. And he was looking to get thicker because he was eating that cake. I have made gingerbread before because, I have a big family and we have to do family activities with them. Back when I was a kid, not anymore, but that was a thing we did one year, a couple years. All right, I feel like I had another one that I was interested in right away.
All right, so Rora from Cyborg Tinkerer, a griffin, Golem with a hairless cat, or Golem as a Bigfoot. You did cat with pizza. Fairy or sprite lighting a candle or a lantern. Snowman playing a ukulele. Toby curled around a cat. Dragon with a pipe. Gingerbread house. Gingerbread Bigfoot.
Why don't I think a little change of pace from all of the cats. Maybe I'll do the sprite lighting a candle. And then I will only have 2 left. Also, you can stop suggesting the Toby one because I'm going to save that one for Toby's All the Way Downstream.
All right. Prepare yourself. Someday in the future, there will be a Toby's All the Way Downstream.
Help me remember it, everybody.
Several of the Toby's might be planned in advance, but you will still have a chance to
suggest some Toby's. I will almost certainly forget and not plan the Toby's in advance, so definitely come prepared with your suggestions. And also, I say everybody help me remember, but I mostly mean Firelight. Firelight, help me remember. Toby's All the Way Down.
So catching up on the chat, Amy concurs with you, Julian. They're both dyslexic or whatever it's called, and can't read maps either or count.
Oh my God, maps! No, I can't do maps. Absolutely not. They look like spaghetti. They make no. My brain is just like, well, those are certainly some delightful squiggles you got there. Cool.
Mr. Young asks, have you seen a little movie called Die Hard? Many consider it a Christmas movie.
I have, and I have indeed watched it on Christmas, as I am one of the many who consider it a Christmas movie.
They also recommend a polar bear drinking a soda.
Like a Coke, perhaps?
Perhaps a Coke. We did pick up some original flavor Coke today for the holidays.
I do not drink caffeine, though, so I will not be partaking.
No, but we could bring some for your mom and then have others for my family when they come for the holidays. Wow. Coolant says their sister has made 50 houses. I'm assuming gingerbread houses. And each
Just
house
50
has
houses?
at least 4 pieces. Most have 6, and some have 8. It's a lot of gingerbread.
It sounds delicious, though. I do love gingerbread. It's like one of my favorite things.
And Coolant says it takes the entire week to bake all of the pieces, which I believe. It's a lot of fun, and I will continue to spread the word of Gingerfest. It's a great family activity. I don't know. I enjoy things that are a lot of work, but that's a lot of gingerbread. Firelight says it reminds me of a reel they saw last year where these kids gave their cat a roast chicken for Christmas. It was funny to watch it slowly nibble away.
I heard a story about a guy. I don't know if it's true. It's the internet. His cat was dying. He had a senior cat. The cat was dying, and he bought his cat a rotisserie chicken, as like a going away gift, basically. Like, here you go, buddy. Like, here's a rotisserie chicken. The cat ate the rotisserie chicken, and then just lived, and he just kept feeding it rotisserie chickens, and the cat lived like several more years on a diet of rotisserie chicken.
Refusing to eat nothing but rotisserie chicken.
And I'm like, that tracks. Cat was like, well, something worth staying alive for, rotisserie chicken.
Life isn't worth living for kibble alone. Oh, what's that? Rotisserie chicken? Well, I can stick around for that.
So as soon as Nigel starts looking like he wants to leave us behind, I'm just going to get him a rotisserie chicken. Just go to Quick Trip every other day, get him a chicken. It's probably about the same price as his special medicated food at this point.
Yeah. I do have the new suggestion of a cat nibbling a rotisserie chicken as a thing for you to draw.
All right, this is a pretty simple one, but I kind of like the simplicity of it. Here we just have our little fire imp, and leaving one candle behind and going on to the next one. All right, 2 more.
All right, welcome, Candy Bug. They are late, but they got caught up playing a video game, which we understand.
Mm-hmm.
The theme is cozy. I'm about to read off all we've got listed so far. We've got 2 more cards left, so Candy Bug, you've got mere moments to get your next suggestion in.
Also, Candy Bug, what video game are you playing?
That's also important.
Mm-hmm.
We got Rora, the cyborg tinker. We've got a griffin. We've got Golem. Golem as a hairless cat. Golem as Bigfoot. Golem as a bald eagle. Snowman playing the ukulele. Toby. Dragon with a pike. Gingerbread house. Gingerbread Bigfoot. Polar bear drinking a soda. A cat nibbling a rotisserie chicken. And no new suggestions from Candy Bug at the moment, or the rest of the chat.
I actually am going rogue.
Oh, no.
I'm combining a couple of things. I'm gone rogue, but you have one more card to suggest.
Are you going to tell us how you're going rogue, or is it?
It's going to be a surprise.
Oh no, the suspense! It is dreadful!
Yep.
Alright, continue to throw out your suggestions. I will read them first for our final card. So throw them out there, but otherwise I will catch up with the chat. Firelight mentions they have a squirrel in their neighborhood that likes their feeder. A few years, it knocked the whole thing over and sat on the fence munching. That is a skilled squirrel and a new suggestion. Squirrel.
In a knocked over feeder?
Devouring. Knocked over feeder.
I am deeply curious at Adam's attempt to spell devouring.
There's a D and an hour.
As long as you can read it, Adam. That's the important part.
I mean, that's why I verbalize as the MC and not type. Amy, delightful squiggles. Lol, no, it's now my new name for maps. Firelight says their squirrel that was devouring the feeder. At first, they thought it was a cat because it was so big. So
it can hang out with Cake Squirrel.
A super fat squirrel devouring a feeder.
Feeder Squirrel and Cake Squirrel are kin.
Mm-hmm. Firelight mentions they won't forget Toby's all the way down. Don't worry, they're there for you.
Firelight will remember these things for me.
Did you see the reel of the two crows on a snowy car using the windshield as a slide? Goodness.
No, but that sounds very cute.
And that is another suggestion.
I'm not drawing a car.
No, it's just a windshield. And
I don't
crows
know.
using it as a slide.
I don't know if I could successfully get across that it's a windshield.
Okay, then crows using a slide.
Maybe crows using a slide. Sometimes y'all have more faith in my drawing ability than you should.
Ooh. Candybug has been playing Pathologic 2, a hard survival semi-horror game that takes place during a plague, and you play a doctor.
I think I snagged that during a Steam sale. I've not played it yet, but I think I bought it to join. You know the Steam graveyard of games that you buy when they're on sale, and then you actually never get around to. It's joined in.
No, I do not.
No, you don't.
I only buy Steam games I play. I've played all of my Steam games. Most of them I have finished.
You finished them?
Most, yes.
What the fuck? No, it couldn't be me. I buy them with the best of intentions to play them.
Yes, Julian, I am indeed special. Mm-hmm.
Very.
Candybug, do you recommend Pathologic? Should Julian resurrect it from their Steam graveyard? Ooh. Firelight has guessed how you've gone rogue. Is it all the golems combined?
No.
Golems?
Yeah, it's Golem. Golem is like the creature that you summon out of mud or whatever.
Cool Imp mentions that listening to other authors usually helps them with new ideas, but their current work in progress is just meandering. So is that bad or good, Cool Imp? Do you want it to meander?
Depends on the goal.
Is it intentional? Is it like a cozy book where your characters just meander about together? Oh, an otter playing in the snow.
Otters are really heckin' cute.
An additional suggestion from Draglet, a turtle with a present as a shell. Oh. Turkle.
One time when we were driving, Adam was driving, and you were driving, and he saw a turtle in the middle of the road, and none of the rest of us in the vehicle saw it, but he screeches to a halt, pulls over at top speed, and we're all and he doesn't tell us anything. He just yeets himself out of the vehicle, and we're all like, "What the fuck just happened? Should we be running? What has he seen that we haven't seen?" But no, he's just rescuing a turtle, and then he takes it to the other side because you take the turtle in the direction that they were going, otherwise they'll just turn around and go back into the road. And he just disappears from view over the verge, and we're just like, huh. You're wondering what it's like to be married to Adam. That delightfully chaotic is the answer.
Just imagine me randomly chasing off after Giorgio at any time.
Yep, could happen at any time.
Firelight's like, Well, now we know why Adam has a special girl beard. I buy them and I play them. Firelight is also in favor of Draglet's suggestion, which is a turtle with a present as a shell. Brasocorsi has joined the chat and has a new suggestion. Stegosaurus with a menorah candle growing from its plates.
We're getting into the holiday season here. Holiday vibes. No, I've only got one left to draw, and I'm gonna feel bad.
Indeed, and we're getting some quality suggestions here.
I'm gonna feel bad if I don't pick like one of the newer people.
Firelight is also a fan of Brasocorsi's suggestion.
I suspect you are hugely mispronouncing that person's name, Adam.
What gives you that impression, Julian? I'm totally saying all of the letters that are in the name.
And maybe even some that aren't.
Oh, wow. Nope. Brasocorsi says, nope, he's got it right. Ha-ha!
Okay, somehow I don't know if I believe you, but all right.
Going back to Cool Imp's book, they mentioned they don't want it to be meandering. It's supposed to be my version of the Magicians, just in Atlantis, which is at the bottom of the Atlantic.
I've not read The Magicians.
Oh, Draglet says, I'm their hero. Probably because I play my games that I buy on Steam.
That or for yeeting yourself out of the car to save a turtle. One of the two.
One of the two.
All right, here's my going rogue. I couldn't get the artist who recorded that one song out of my mind, and then the ukulele came up, and then I just had to create him in cat form, and he's just so cute and happy and cozy.
So a combination of a few recommendations.
Yep.
Excellent.
That was me going rogue. All right.
All right. So I promised I would read off the new suggestions first.
Yeah, give me the suggestions from new people.
Stegosaurus with menorah candles as their plate. A turtle with a present as a shell. An otter playing in the snow. 2 crows playing in the snow, specifically going sledding or using something as a slide. And then a super fat squirrel devouring a knocked over bird feeder.
I feel like I got to do one of the suggestions from somebody who's like newer,
Well, Stegosaurus with the menorah candle, or I think turtle with a present as a shell.
I'm slightly leaning towards the turtle, just cause. Although maybe it's just my insecurity that I won't be able to draw a Stegosaurus.
I mean, turtles are cute, and we did have a big dramatic story about turtles.
We did. All right, I'm drawing the last one, but you guys can keep the chat going.
All right, final card is in the works. If you have a suggestion for Toby's all the way down, this would be a good time to include it. Firelight and I will take notes. If you have a suggestion for a generic theme for a future stream, this would also be a great time for it. Alternatively, if you just want to drive Julian crazy and give more random Bigfoot suggestions, we can do that all night long.
I mean, you will continue to be ignored, but whatever makes you happy.
Going back to our turtle conversation, Firelight's like, I can imagine Adam running after the turtle. I saw Adam chase Giorgio.
That's just what he's like.
Pathologic, or Candybug says Pathologic 2 is a hard game. So there are difficulty levels. It is also surreal and talks to the MC and the player on a meta level.
Okay.
Candybug likes it, but it's a game that is punishing for mistakes.
I do tend to be a little bit of a wuss when it comes to being punished for my own actions in a video game.
Amy is being super polite. I have a question, if I may. Yes, of course. Throw out any questions you want. I have the excuse of maybe missing it, and Julian can always not answer, but ask away. And their question is, I don't want to put any pressure on you, Julian, but will you do another read-along in the near future?
I happen to be working on one right now.
Hey.
Yeah, it is for, of course, Skyshade, the next Light Lark book. I'm about halfway through. If you want to follow me on Goodreads, a lot of times I'll put up like little updates on my progress over there. So you can, and like funny quips of stuff as I'm reading. So feel free to follow me over there to keep up with that. But yes, I am in fact working on one. I know they're everybody's favorite, but they take a long time. I'm always behind.
All right. So Pressacor C. Apparently Firelight is taking me down a notch for remembering how to say their name, because they say they think Adam got it wrong at first in a different stream and had to be corrected. And apparently I remember it now.
I think Adam's gotten it wrong again in this stream, but that's par for the course, as we established.
But Pressacor C says, I got it right, and says, Julian, you'll want to keep in mind, because you're going to be seeing a lot of this name in the months to come.
But will I have to pronounce it? That's the...
All right. So I'm not sure if this is a comment from something we've said, or is a new suggestion, but a toxic gossip train from Candybug. Cool Imp. The Magicians is a good book series, a little pretentious in the prose, but good all the same. Feels like grown-up Harry Potter.
I've heard that the characters are intentionally unlikable, and that's like one of the main things that has kept me away from it. Because call me basic if you want, but I prefer likable characters.
Firelight is encouraging of someone other than them who suggested dinos, as they always want dinos.
No, you always want Bigfoots. Don't lie to me.
Oh no, I'm getting a commercial. Skip. Oh, it's still not letting me skip, and it's on the second commercial. There, skip.
I love when YouTube, I listen to YouTube pretty much 24/7 because I always got that background noise. And it's like YouTube knows. So it'll be like, she's washing the dishes and her hands are wet. Now is the time to play a feature-length commercial. Like, are you kidding me?
So Cool Imp suggests a future theme of dragons, which I don't know if I'm disappointing or exciting Cool Imp. I doubt there'll be a dragon-themed theme, but that's probably because Julian is hip deep in a dragon-themed tarot deck they're working to create.
That's true. I have them in an album now, Adam. If you want to go in the next room and grab them, and I could give everybody a little sneak peek.
Ooh, when I catch up to chat, I could grab that album. Oh, that's what all of those
the sleeves are for. Yeah.
That makes so much sense. Another theme is Bigfoot's all the way down. Pressacor C suggests a Bigfoot, but it's just a normal guy with one very large foot.
He's just a Bigfoot.
Firelight would love a dog stream because there's so many breeds.
I do love drawing some doggos. When I was a kid, dogs were my special interest. I was a little bit obsessed.
All right, so we got more Bigfoot suggestions, but Bigfoot with killer style and tons of self-confidence. It's a squad.
Oh my god, I think that may have killed me. I have perished. I am no longer of this world.
Ooh, we have Candybug has another suggestion for a stream, which is Light Lark main cast as animals.
There's a lot of characters in Light Lark. There's only like 3 that I would consider main cast because the author keeps adding new ones and dropping old ones. Like, you remember all those characters that we got to know during the book 2? Forget all of them for book 3. Unimportant. All right, I have finished my turtle. He's more of a tortoise, really, but here he is with his present. He's very proud that he has a present shell. Super pleased.
Are you gonna show us?
I am.
Oh.
It's lagging.
Wow. Yeah.
You're apparently we got some serious lag going on.
Not serious lag. I can catch up. I got delayed because of a commercial, I think.
All
right. You have a little bit of chat to catch up on, and I have a.
All right. I'm gonna go grab my binder for a little sneak peek. I also, yes, Firelight. I also did do a dragon theme a while ago. Not that I cannot repeat themes. I have no such rule that I won't repeat themes. And in fact, I might like to repeat the theme of unusual cryptids again at some point. Let's see what else. Adam, yes, Firelight says thank you for reading Last Astronaut as well. Firelight was the one who asked for it.
Oh, if I'd known it was Firelight who was asking for it.
It would have been like, no, never mind. All right, I'm just catching up on the chat. Oh, good. You were hoping I'd do Sky Shade? Good, because that's what I'm doing. Yep, there's 2 series right now that I am locked in for to read every book, and that is the Savior series and the Lightlark series. Other books may come and go, but those 2 series, for whatever reason, my brain has locked in. We are finishing those. If the authors finish those, maybe the authors won't. But all right, here's a little sneak peek at my tarot dragons. I'm just gonna kind of open this at random here. Okay, here we go. Here's one right here. The 2 of plants. Plants are wands in this deck. And there's the king of plants. And one more. And the 2 of cups. There he is. So yeah, I've been working on it. My little household dragons here. I hope that I can keep my interest and make the whole deck because I really want to. Some of the dragons are already on Redbubble. I've just been very behind in scanning them and putting them up because it's kind of a process. So I did a bunch and then I had to make more and I got bored and didn't make more yet. Anyway, we do need to go through the postcards that we drew tonight. So
yes.
All right. So first we have a griffin reading a book. Then we have Adam's suggestion, a harvest moon cow with some bonus chickies. I'm dropping them. Oh no. Oh no. Then we have Tobias as a golden retriever. A little teaser of our Toby all the way downstream with his sign of shame, which he's not ashamed of because he's too dumb to be ashamed of it. Then we have a mother cat reading a story to her kittens.
Julian could have just kept drawing kittens all day.
I could have. I love cats. They're just so cute. And then we have a pizza cat. It's him stealing the pizza. We have a little fire imp. This cute little guy. We have a cat playing a ukulele as a tribute to the artist who made that Over the Rainbow version, whose name I did not actually look up. And finally, we have a present tortoise who is very proud of the fact that his shell is a present.
Yes.
So there you go, everyone. Those were all of our cards for tonight. Tomorrow, I have a very, very busy day, but I'll bring the cards with me probably and ink them in my downtime because I'll have a lot of downtime. So,
indeed.
So,
Thank you all for joining us and
Yes.
for your excellent ideas. Because we had such excellent ideas, we normally take 90 minutes for this, and we're under 90 minutes.
Whoa, we just flew through this, everybody. Dang.
I name me and the port inspiration lubrication.
Pronunciation lubrication inspiration.
I was trying to come up with a cool name, and it took me a moment. It's inspiration lubrication.
I like to add the pronunciation though, because then you have 3 shuns.
I suppose.
All right. Well, anybody got any fun last things they want to get out before we end the stream? And now's your time. Now's your time. If you've been sitting on like this brilliant.
Firelight does want to call out that they're not a one-dimensional character. They do have interests other than Bigfoot.
I don't know. Yes, Deadpool.
And trying to be first in your chat, which they only get because I'm a benevolent MC.
Benevolent, sleepy.
Thank you for joining us for your first time, AME from Sweden.
Yes. Now go
bright
to
and early
sleep.
in the morning.
Firelight says, "Don't like Adam," says Firelight.
Understandable.
That's fighting words.
It takes a refined taste to appreciate someone like me.
I don't know. I think you'd like Adam. He's pretty big and hairy. He gives Bigfoot vibes. I'm just saying. Would you like to come over for the goodbye, Adam, so that they can get one last glance at your majestic beard?
Certainly. And Giorgio's butt.
She did turn around for a little while and was like kind of looking. But all right, everyone. Thank you all for joining us. We hope that you have an excellent holiday if you celebrate any of the holidays, or some nice days off if you don't. We will see you all next month. And soon I will be coming out with that read-along. Are you ready for the goodbye, Adam?
Always ready.
3, 2, 1.
Bye.
Bye.